The first time I met Cell was in December 2022. I visited the mini intensive about the free will, and I have to say it touches me directly in my heart. So I made the decision to come to India, and about 2.5 weeks later I was in India. It was my first time in India, and I have to say all my questions about accommodation, about how it works in India, how to met Cell, how the intensive will going on, was perfectly, wonderfully and heart open answered by wonderful Garima. Many years I've been on the spiritual path and met a lot of interesting people, but when I heard that there is a guy in India who talks about the end of the spiritual path, so it touches me immediately, because when the path is over, you are on your destiny. So I have to say, it is exactly like this. Exactly like this. The time with Cell, this 10 days intensive, explains everything. Explains everything. And it's not like you make a course and then is the course over and time goes on or life goes on as it was. No, it's different. It is completely different, because the path is over, the searching is over, and it is like Cell says. Actually, life begins. There is just life, and this is the big, the big experience I made in my heart.
It's the end of the line, it's the end of the movement of seeking. It's the end of the one who needs to seek. It's the end of the one who needs to seek. It's the end of the separative movement called ego who needs to seek. I'm already it. When Moses went up to the top of the mountain to meet God, and he said, "Sir, what is your name?" God said, "My name's Frank." Oh no, he didn't say that. Wait a second. He said, "I am that I am." That's all. Can you also say that? Of course.
Tiruvannamalai is such a beautiful place, very different, especially when you are the first time in India. So it was in my case, but the people are so friendly, the people are so relaxed. the traffic is on the left side, so when you go with the bike, you have to take care. But nobody is angry to each other. Everything flows, and in my experience, everything flows in the outside, and everything starts to flowing in the inside. And this was very, very beautiful. And in how I felt it, in the setting of the intensive with cell, and the beautiful people are on the intensive, you are really carried. You are really carried through this new experience, and this makes the experience even better, even greater, even sweeter. Yes.
Wow. வரிகள் நம்ம சொன்னவங்க போட்டதே இல்லை. பேசிக்கல் கோயில் கரெக்டாக சொன்னால் எங்களுக்கு கோலும் கிடையாது. கோலுமே அதுவும் கோலம்.
Some words about Mount Arunachala. When I came to India, I had some issues with long COVID. So with the heart, with the lungs, and the body was quite weak. And the problem with the heart went away after 2 days in Tiruvannamalai. And the bodily weakness goes away after 1.5 weeks. So I was able to rent a bike and go with the bike everywhere. You feel it when you are walking on Ramana's Pass on the mountain, or sitting in the cave of Ramana's cave where he lived for about, I guess, 7 years or so. It is a really, really beautiful, powerful place. You can feel it when you are there. Another great adventure was the breathwork with Bindu. It was really incredible because it shows me that the tool I have all the time with me, all the time, also during sleep, my breath, I can use it in a way which is amazing. And I have to say, making this breathwork session with Bindu really brings me, I can say, in a way of in another dimension.
Made of emptiness into emptiness. Inhaling and exhaling at the back of your solar plexus, the back of your mid back. Inhaling and exhaling.
So, going to Tiruvannamalai and visiting Cell on his rooftop and making the intensive is a lifetime experience. It's huge. It's an experience inside and outside, and it is something. So, bye bye.